All right, folks, welcome here to Under the Lights IWCR League, running here at Homestead tonight. 125 laps in the Gen 6. Been watching the guys practice a little bit. I know you guys have been anxiously waiting here for me to go live, but I double and triple check and make sure everything is set before I do go live. So I think we're going to see a pretty good race here tonight. And again, I wanted to thank these guys joining me in the booth here tonight. I've got Roger Wagner. Welcome there, Roger.
Thank you, Rudy. Glad to be back.
And also Tommy Lee. You guys met Tommy Lee on the last broadcast. These guys are going to be helping me in the booth, but welcome, Tommy.
Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, Rudy. Glad to be here.
So, Roger, what have you been seeing in practice here? You've been seeing a lot of patience around the guys. Guys turning some good laps, or do you think this is going to be a good race or not?
I think by the time we actually see the green flag, they'll have all the torque out. I see a lot of really loose cars. It's really indicative of this track. They got a little wind blowing here, and so it's going to blow it around in one end, and it's going to blow it down in the other. And the guys are figuring that out. They're getting the setup ready, getting it right for that. Like I said, I think by the time we drop the green flag, everybody's going to be good. Patrick Crabtree just unbelievably quick right now.
He sure is. You know, I don't know if you've got the points available there or not, but if you do you?
Yes, I do.
Could you run them down for us so we can kind of keep the viewers in check here so they know where everybody's running?
You bet. I'm going to run down the top 10 pretty easy here. We just talked about him. Patrick Crabtree's sitting on top. He's sitting there with 415 points. His teammate, David Rattler, right behind him, 411 points, 4-point difference. Patrick took that over a week or two ago. I was there for that race. I remember when that happened. David had electronic issues, couldn't make the race, and those two flip-flop spots. And it's just been a game of who can score the most points the next week as to who's going to be on top. Alan Bose is sitting in third at 389 points. Scott Hunziker is right behind that in fourth. Michael Hungerford's in fifth, somebody who's always quick. Every week we see them. Michael Hungerford runs at the front. Joe Roberts in sixth. Thomas Brander, who I have not seen this evening, is sitting in seventh. Zachary Miller's in eighth. Galen Gidman in ninth. And Ross Cato is rounding out your top 10 in points. And it's a very large gap from first to 10th, about 82 points.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that, Roger. Appreciate that, buddy. Just to kind of keep the viewers up to snuff so they know who to kind of watch. Obviously, our points, leaders, the one you kind of want to watch. And we'll be trying to follow them throughout the broadcast and swing by on them to make sure, and keep you up to snuff on where they're running.
Well, David Rattler's going to be going to a backup car.
What did he do?
He just had a hard crash in turn 2.
Oh, boy. One we don't talk about a whole lot, but we have talked about in the past, Joe Roberts. I'm kind of on him right now. If you remember back last week, he was right up there in the hunt and pretty strong several times. He'd be up there and then he'd fall back a little bit and then he'd be back up there. So I don't remember where he finished last week, but he's a very tough competitor.
Oh, Rudy, you jinxed him. You put the camera on him and there he goes.
I've seen that.
He'll be going to a backup car.
Another good strong contender, Johnny Foley here. I've watched him. I've known him for a few years now, actually. My son used to race with him in NASCAR 2003. A lot of these guys came from NASCAR 2003, and they just started their own league here in iRacing now. They still do run some NASCAR 2003. I know there's quite a few leagues that still do run. But
I see Thomas Brander has now joined the group.
All right.
And there's my guy from last week, man. If he hadn't gotten all torn up, I think he had a shot at him. I was watching Alan Bose a little bit right here. He is just wicked loose through 1 and 2 right now. I think he's going to go in and see if he can't make a quick adjustment, get this thing set up right. They got about 7.5 minutes before we're going to run qualifying here.
Yeah, I do see Thomas Brandner out there. I'm gonna try to get here to a driver, and I'm gonna reset this thing so everything is back to when a new driver joins like that. It kind of messes up everything for me, so I have to reset it. So just bear with me a minute, folks. We'll get things back in order here. There we go. See, it just takes a second. And you know what?
There's another fast one right there. If you look at the 39 car, Rudy, there's John Batista. Well, he's always quick every week. Week in, week out, he's right there.
Yes, sir. If you remember back to Martinsville, remember the battles that he was involved in, John Batista? That was a wicked, wicked race. It came down to, we didn't even know who was going to win that race till the final couple laps, if you remember.
Yep. Yeah, no, these guys, they just kind of race like that every week, though. I mean, they put on one heck of a show every week for us. Just go out there and race as hard as they can race. They respect each other enough to kind of keep it off of one another. Not a whole lot of wrecks happen. When they do, it's just, just honest mistakes. Racing hard for position, or a guy just makes a mistake, maybe trying to avoid something, touches the apron, something like that. But these guys, they race together enough. They know how each other drive. And we get to see a lot of really close, really hard, really clean, really fast racing. It's a lot of fun to watch these guys.
Yeah, this car here in IWCR League here, this car, these guys really got a handle on this car. And I got to give them 2 thumbs up for the driving that they do in this car. There's so much horsepower in here, and to drive some of the configurations that they drive, I'm telling you what, they know how to handle these things. Like I said, I got to give them 2 thumbs up for the driving that they do week after week.
Yeah, sure. Now, this car's hard enough to drive. Well, these guys, you got to run these cars just a little loose or make them fast. And I complain about the A car anyway. I think it drives like a wet sponge. It's really hard to get into the corner, but once it does and all the weight rolls in, it's really loose to come off the corner. And watch these guys handle these cars at the speeds that they handle them week in and week out. It's pretty entertaining to do that. It takes a lot of talent and a lot of practice to do that.
Sure does. Tommy, you've been kind of quiet. I know you hate this track with a passion. You've got no love lost for it at all. Tell us about what you're expecting out here with this car, because I don't know if you've ever drove this car on this track. I know, like I said, I hate the track, but tell us what experience you have had on this track with this car.
Very little. I know I've run it a couple times, a couple of the hosted sessions and stuff, but as far as just getting out there and actually running it with the league and stuff, I hate the track. Never run it. Don't like to run it when I have to. Hopefully this race, like I said, once everybody gets a handle on their setups and stuff, kind of gets everybody a little bit of room, it should be a good race. See a bunch of good guys in here, so it shouldn't be too many cautions or anything in it. It should be a good fun race to watch.
Roger that. Well, we're seeing some very fast lap times here. I'm checking out some of the speeds. Going down the front stretch, wow, over 200 miles an hour. So we're seeing, I'm running Patrick Crabtree here and following his speed. He's sort of way off the pace now. But Michael Hungerford, he's third, on speed here, and we're following him down the front stretch. As he comes down the front stretch here, hitting the end of the front stretch at about 2:01. So, and got to slow them things down to about 150 to go around 1 and 2. Oh, he's been right. Wow. So we come down. We're a little under 3 minutes here of qualifying, or of practice left, excuse me, before we go qualifying here at Homestead. Watching these guys turn some great laps. Thomas Brandner out there now. We'll take a ride around here with Thomas. He's one of the pretty good drivers, and he's another one, Roger, that we talk about. Kind of saves his equipment and gets up there at the end and does put the pressure on the leaders.
Yeah, he usually doesn't try to do anything, other than go straight forward. He doesn't abuse his equipment. Tries to just finish the race, and that's extremely important when you're racing for points. You got to finish races, and he's really good about doing it.
Yeah, how did you put that the other day? Something about racing first, but you got to race, or how did you put that?
In order to finish first you must finish.
There you go. That's it. I knew it was something like that. I couldn't remember it.
Yeah, that's an old racing adage, and it's 100% true. You can't win a race if you don't finish it.
Yeah. Caretaker, what code are you talking about? I don't know what. Oh, you're going to have to get with Michael about that, and he has his mic muted in here right now. You're going to have to get with him on that because I can't help you right at the moment. Apparently he's not in Twitch chat either. I don't know where he might be right now.
Wasn't he headed down to the concession stand?
Yeah, he probably got waylaid somewhere. He probably stopped at the hot dog stand to eat a couple hot dogs on the way or something. Probably.
Well, I told him to bring me back a box of hot dogs because I was hungry up here, so it might be taking so long.
He probably seen a couple of them bikini girls down there or something and stopped to take pictures. Never know.
Now we're talking about Crash here. He ain't looking at no bikini girls.
All right, Ross Cato, we've seen him up in the hunt there a few times too, Roger. He's a pretty tough contender. You know, all these guys are really good out here. You know, I'm not taking anything away from any of them because they're all great racers. And to run this car the way they do, I'm telling you, it's impressive.
I hope that I'm right about this. I still see a bunch of loose cars out here, but I think guys are out trying to get that final qualifying, mock run in. So maybe that's what's causing it.
Could be. And
I said we're going to get 17 to take time, Rudy.
I believe that they do run fixed setup here too.
No, it's open setup.
Oh, it's open setup.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
My bad. All right, well, I'm going to pop up the qualifying order here, and let's see where everybody qualifies. So you guys got any last-minute comments here before they get ready to take the green flag? Dang, don't all speak up at once.
Sorry, I was taking care of another piece of business, sir. I look for the same 3 or 4 guys, Hungerford, Crabtree, Rattler, to all kind of be at the front of this pack when we get ready to drop the green.
10-4 on that. Tommy, I know these guys are new to you. You may know a few of them, but what you've seen in practice so far. What do you think? I know you. Like I said, I know you don't like the track, but with the combination of the car and the track and these guys' abilities out here, they're pretty tough competitors. So what do you think so far?
The car and the track combination, I mean, I say it's pretty good. Once you get that setup down pat, you're pretty good. The big thing that's going to be the kicker with these guys, I'm looking right now, and I've been watching the wind up here. It's flowing anywhere from 8 to 17 mile an hour, which is what's making a whole lot of these things loose when they come out of turn 2 and coming out of turn 2, they're making them real loose. So that could be something that they're going to have to take into consideration as well as far as with the wind. Because, I mean, it's gusting, like I say, anywhere from 8 to 17 mile an hour, and that's a big difference, especially in a car like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you catch a rogue gust at the wrong moment, and 100%, it's going to just take the back end of that car and throw it at the wall for you. I preach it every week, Rudy. Throttle control, throttle control, throttle control. And you've got to be able to react quickly and not lose control.
Right.
Well, Roger, this is Homestead. I have that problem. I don't even need the wind to hit the wall.
I think, like with a combination of that is learning when to lift off of the throttle. Now, I know going into turn 3, there's a white line there. And some guys use that as a reference point, to back off the throttle or to brake or whatever right there. And that's going to be a key factor too, knowing when to back off that throttle so you don't go in loose. You don't want to go in loose, but you want to back off enough to maintain your speed and let it roll around the corner and know when to hit the throttle to get back off of the corner.
Yeah, and with this car, that white line, if you don't lift before you get to that, yeah, you got a lot of problems. I usually have to lift about 5 car lengths before I get there, and then just hover my foot above the brake in case I went too far. Trail brake, just rub the brake a little bit. But going down into turn 1, there's a huge bump right across the center groove, right where you really want to be. There's a huge bump right at the entry, and you have to be... The car has to already have settled back from lifting off the throttle and all the weight transferring forward to getting back to even before it goes across there, or the car's going to be really loose getting in right there, or the nose is going to head straight for the wall when it hits that bump. Car's going to bottom out. So it's a really delicate balancing act getting into both ends of this track. And then getting off the track, if you put too much throttle down too soon, you're finished. The back end's coming around, and it's just going to be ugly. And look at that lap from David Rattler right there. Wow.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's hauling the mail around here.
He wants to stay in that lead. So we got John Batista in Twitch chat. And hello, John. Good luck out there tonight. He was saying hello to me. So,
yeah, I'm amazed the amount of guys that can actually get out here and run around and listen to us talk about them in the background and still keep focused. There's no chance I'm ever going to do that.
I hear you, buddy. I hear you. I'm with you on that one. All right, Rattler laying down a 30.561. Holy smokes.
That is 2.5 tenths faster than second place. That's, wow. I don't think he lifted.
Man, I'm telling you, he must have a killer setup. But I guess that's why he's our points leader, right?
Oh, he's second.
Oh, he's second?
After Crabtree.
Oh, that's right. Crabtree passed him. Rattler had a bad week last week.
Yeah, remember he had electronic issues.
Yeah,
couldn't get out and make the grid.
That's right. But he had enough to cover all but 4 points. So that's pretty good.
Well, Patrick led a lap. I don't think he led the most, but he led a lap, and he ended up winning the race, didn't he?
Yeah, Crabtree did.
Yeah.
That was at Michigan. Yeah, that was at Michigan. That was a good race, too.
Yes, it was.
I think we're going to see a pretty good one here tonight, too. Practice really doesn't do it any justice. The guys are out there seeing what they can do in practice. When it comes to race, it's like a whole nother story. These guys, they drive like the difference between night and day driving, and I think we're going to see some patience. The guys know they're going to have a car out here with that's a handful, and trying to make their marks, hit their marks on the track. If you don't hit your marks, you're off one time, you're going to go into the wall, or you're going to take somebody out, or a lot can happen. And I don't.
Well, you're definitely going to lose some positions, regardless.
Mm-hmm. Well, first off, guys, I would really, really want to give you guys a big thank you, huge thank you, for helping me in the booth tonight. And I can't thank you enough. I don't know what to do more or say more to thank you. I just appreciate it so much.
It's my pleasure, Reed, to come up here and be able to hang out with you and Roger up here in the booth, help commentate this thing. Kind of keeps me out of trouble on a Friday night.
Now, there you go. 125 laps here. I'm going to say this really, as fast as they go around this track, really ain't going to take long to cover this 125 laps here. I don't does anybody actually know what the pit window might be in case this thing does go green?
Got to be around 50 laps.
It's
They're gonna
somewhere
make 2
40
stops.
to 50, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to make 2 stops. I mean, even if you can run 60, your tires may not last that long.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This track just shreds the right side tires.
Yep. So I believe, don't they get 10 minutes for qualifying?
Yeah, they're doing drivers meeting right now, Rudy. I'm
Yeah.
listening to them.
Cool. All right. Yeah, just trying to stay on top of things so, I know what to tell our Twitch viewers. They're not seeing cars going around the track here and wondering what the heck's going on. We are live, folks, believe me. We're just waiting for them to get underway here, having their little drivers meeting. So, Crabtree, like you said, 2.5 tenths behind Rattler. But, that's just pretty much a hot lap around here, And
Well, that's a heck of a hot lap there.
Yeah. Now, whether Rattler may have used qualifying tape or whether any of these guys use qualifying tape, because we know putting tape on the car makes the car extremely loose. And
Yeah, man, they picked up over 2 tenths from their practice times, so they taped it up.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we're going to have to see if these guys can handle these. I believe they're 850 horsepower in these things, aren't they? Or 875?
850, and they're clarifying. Some guys are confused about the access lanes here, so they're getting clarification. It doesn't matter if it's green or yellow here. You use the access road going into and off of the pit road.
Right.
So we'll watch for that and see, because that's an immediate black flag, and you don't want to make that mistake under green.
No. Not here. Not here. Not with like you said, the pit road entrance and exit. It's a long ways around there out of pit road, clear around. You're coming clear around on the outs of turn 2 before you exit pit road.
Yeah, and you go in before you get to the very end of the backstretch in going into turn 3 to go into the pits, and you got to slow down. I think about the fastest I can get around about 150, 51 miles an hour when this car's really good. But if the tires are really greasy or really wore out, it's really easy to slide off in that grass on the right. And if you do, you're going right out in the track, and you need to hope there's not any oncoming traffic.
Yeah, that's for sure. But the one I'm going to kind of keep an eye on tonight is Alan Bowes. We talked about him earlier there, Roger. Alan Bowes is a very tough competitor here about anywhere he goes, because we've seen him really crank out some good laps, and he led a lot of laps at Martinsville, if you remember.
Oh, yeah, and he's another one of those guys that goes out there, doesn't try to put himself or anyone else in an awkward position, saves his equipment. He wants to be there at the end so he can get the best finish possible. And a lot of times it puts him right there in the top 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes he's really just waiting for the opportunity to challenge for the win. Right. I haven't seen him win, but I know I did see him win. As a matter of fact, he won the NFL race that they had, the big drafting race that they had about a month ago here. He ended up winning that race.
Oh, wow.
Was that at Daytona?
I believe it was. All right,
he ended up winning that race.
Waiting for everybody to grid up here, and we're going to try to go down here. Trying to find a good camera view here where we can see everybody. We may have to wait. There we go. All right, let's just run down the grid here real quick. Roger, why don't you do the first 10, and Tommy, you can do the rest of them.
10.
All right, your pole sitter tonight in the 09 car, Mr. David Rattler. His outside will be his teammate, Patrick Crabtree. Starting in the second row on the inside will be John Batista. The 39 car. The 99 car, Michael Hungerford, will start outside in the 4th position. Starting in 5th will be the 29 of Christopher Perryman. 6th spot will be the number 6 car, Joe Roberts. The 7th position will be the 04 of Galen Gidman. 21 car, Alan Bowes, will start 8th tonight. The 9th position will be held down by the 24 car, Thomas Brandner. And starting 10th will be Nathan Sedlick. Tommy?
In the number 11 position, we have the number 9 of Randall Drake. 12th, we have the 14 of Greg Sleech. 13th, the 81 of David Butterworth. 14th, the 62 of Bill Jett. 15th, the 44 of Zachary Chalice. 16th, we have the 88 of Matt Kingsbury. And let's see, behind him we have the 18 of Johnny Foley, and rounding out the field we've got the 12 of Ross Cato.
All right, very good. Thank you, guys. So not a big field here tonight, but we're going to have to see how these guys are going to get around this joint. Let's see who we want to get on.
Well, Rudy, they're just going to go fast and turn left. That's how they're going to get around here, man.
Yeah. All right, Rattler going to lead them around here, and Roger, are you going to call this down for us?
You bet. Ready to see these two teammates duke it out. They're 1 and 2 in the points, 1 and 2 on the track tonight. Watch these guys duke it out. They need to watch out for Hungerford, though. Last week he was crazy fast early. All right, pace car's off. Green flag's out. Put your right foot down. Go fast. Turn left, gentlemen. Let's go racing.
All right, Crabtree right beside. Tried to hang there on the outside of Rattler, but couldn't quite make it hang. Definitely got to get down to that low side.
Yeah, I think he pulled the sneaky lifted early, got a better run off of 2 so he could get him going down to 3.
Crabtree looking to the inside. Boy, he's on that low line, and man, there's not a lot of grip down there, but he manages to get by our leader, Rattler. And Rattler tucks it right up underneath him.
That was a pretty good move by Crabtree, getting down there into 2, or getting into 1 and lifting early so he could get that to rotate and get that good run down the backstretch and beat him to turn 3.
And Crabtree did lead the first lap, so that's pretty cool.
Make it a 5-point lead.
Yeah, he doesn't even want Rattler to get out there and lead a lap.
I see a bunch of these for Perryman got into the wall a little bit in 1 and 2 on that last lap.
I was just getting ready to say, I see a bunch of these guys going way down to the bottom. That is just, to me, that's just dangerous. That bottom is so loose down there. And Christopher slid right out there to the wall, yeah.
They were almost 3 wide there for a second. And Perryman tried to take it down on the low side there of Alan Bowes. But Alan Bowes now on the low line where we think it's dangerous down there. And look how he holds it and powers it by the 39 of John Batista.
Everybody else is pretty much singled out, Rudy. This is about the only side-by-side or close to it battle on the track, really.
Sure is.
So Christopher Perryman's having a little bit of connection issue, blinking in and out right there.
Oh, we got one in the wall on the there.
Bill Jett.
Bill Jett, man, clear off of the track. Manages to save it, though. And does
Caution did come out for that.
Yes, it did. Well, let's go back and take a look at this as they come around.
Jett didn't get the wall first, Rudy. He avoided the 35 car there of Nathan Sedlick, who did catch the wall.
Oh, I see that now. Yeah. Oh, man. But he did catch the back corner of him, and that's what sent him out across the grass.
Yeah, I won't be too surprised if the toe is knocked out on that 62 car, as big as that fender is pushed in right there around it. And it looks to me like he is not able to drive that straight.
Yeah, let's go take another look at this. We'll go on board with him.
Yeah, he's holding the wheel about 90 degrees to the right to go straight.
Yeah, it's not wanting to cooperate at all.
Okay, as they come out of 2 here now, we see Christopher Perryman blinking up there, but that doesn't affect these guys. But Nathan Sedlick really loose coming off of 2, trying to get a hold of it, but boy, I'll tell you what, very hard to get a hold of. And he comes right down in front of Jet, and Jet just barely glances off of him, enough to knock the front end loose a little bit.
Yeah, Jet got the worst end of that. I was looking at the 35 car Sedlick there. His left rear corner isn't all that bad. I don't see any other damage on that car. Poor Bill Jet, he just took the worst end of that whole deal, just trying to miss him.
Well, we've got the front 6 or 7 here did not pit, guys.
Yeah, they only had one lap.
Yeah.
Tires hadn't even come to temperature yet.
Everybody else in the back from 8th on back pitted. Thomas Brandner, Ross Cato, Randall Drake, David Butterworth, Galen Gidman, Nathan Sedlick, Zachary Chahalis, Bill Jett, Johnny Foley, and Greg Slake. They all pitted. Well, it's kind of...
I'm going to assume that Greg Sleech missed the start here. He's getting the lucky dog, and he is 3 laps down. He must have missed the start of the race.
That could be. You could be right. Yep. Yeah, there was Matt Kingsbury did not start either. For whatever reason, I don't know. He was in there, maybe he practiced or something, and decided this race just was not for him. I don't know. Might have been. I know it would be a little bit too much for me. This car's a handful.
He's still present, though. I know he showed really late to the server.
Could be. Might not have made the grid and said to heck with it. He'll stay in there and watch.
Yeah, he did not take a qualifying time either.
Christopher Perryman going clear back to the 13th position. He's slow on the track here for whatever reason.
He had to, he was having a little bit of connection problem there, Rudy. It was jumping out to try to fix a couple of things. He'll get back up there in the 7th position, I believe, is where he'll restart.
Batista up to 6th spot, so he'll be restarting on the outside in the 6th spot. Don't know what lane I would really want on this track, guys. You know, you kind of want the low line to go in to the turns a little bit low, which these guys are going in really low. And so I don't know. I don't know what lane would be a good one to start.
If you can get clear of the guy to your inside or outside, it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference because you can get your preferred line. But if I'm restarting, I want to be on the inside every time. I want to be able to pick my line going into the corner, and I don't want to be down near that white line. So,
I believe they have this set on real weather, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're showing the temperature being 32 degrees, just freezing. So, and no wind right at the moment. That's what I'm showing on my thing here now. I don't know how accurate that is, but...
So the in room is showing roughly between about 12, 13, 14.
It's showing 77 degrees Fahrenheit and a north to northwest wind, anywhere from 8 to 15.
Wow, we're getting all kinds of different things, huh? All I know is...
It's lined up here 2x2, Rudy. Not much has changed at the front. Crabtree, Rattler, Hungerford, Joe Roberts, Alan Bowes, John Batista, Christopher Perryman, Thomas Brandner, Ross Cato, and Randall Drake are top 10.
I tell you
that
one
was
thing,
where everything changed.
On that initial start right there, the 99 of Michael Hungerford almost lost it coming out of turn 2. He got real sideways, had to chase that thing down the track.
All right, well, Roger, get ready to call this down because everybody's lined up and ready to go.
And hold. Green flag back in the air. We're racing again. Oh, the 18 is really slow at the back, guys.
Oh, boy, yeah, he did fall off the pace a little bit there, didn't he?
Yeah, just as they took the green flag, like he stopped. Maybe he missed a gear.
That could be. He might have had it in the long gear to start off. Rattler now trying to hang on to Crabtree because, boy, Crabtree got one heck of a start on that green flag start.
Oh, Hungerford got really loose, got down the corner and got onto the apron. got really loose right there. Good catch by him.
Brandner now right up into the mixes. He's 5 or 6 of them here battling this hard.
Brandner, Bose, Batista, all right there in the big group 3 wide.
Joe Roberts right ahead of them in the number 6 car.
Joe took advantage of Hungerford's mistake down in 3 to get ahead of him, slip in that 3rd spot right there. I was watching that when that happened.
Yeah, he still hasn't got a grip on that car yet because he's having to take it way up high to try to stay ahead of these guys. Oh, and he almost catches the back end of Joe Roberts.
Christopher Perryman in the wall in 1.
It looks like the 04 got off in there just a little too hot and run them up the track, stacked everybody up pretty good.
And it looks like the 04 of Galen Gidman trying to make a run on him. Galen holding it down on the low side. Boy, I don't know how them guys can hold that down there like that, but boy, he did a great job of it. Man, I can't get no traction down there on that low line.
Hungerford making a move on Joe Roberts right now. Man, did they almost touch right there at the exit of 2.
Sure did.
Hungerford drives that thing off in there like it's nothing.
Yeah. Oh, and he caught the apron a little bit that time, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time.
That's the 2nd time I've seen him do that in 3 laps.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Alan Bose is all over Hungerford now.
And old Thomas Brandner's just sitting back there licking his chops saying, one of you boys make a mistake. I need another spot.
Hungerford goes way up the hill, opens the door on the bottom for Alan Bose, and Alan Bose is taking advantage of that. Going into turn 3 here, he's got about a fender on him.
Hungerford just piled it off in there again.
Yeah, he powers it out, but I'm telling you what, Bose has got the run on him this time. We're going to have to see how this is going to play out coming out of turn 2.
Wreck. Johnny Reed Foley, big crash.
Collecting David Butterworth into that too. So let's go back and take a look at this and see if we can figure out what happened.
Maybe it was Butterworth I saw first, the 81, then the 18 behind that.
Yeah, it looked like Butterworth come off a 4 and just got wishy-washy on the straightaway, hit the outside wall, and then nose first into the inside wall, come back up the track, and then that's whenever I believe the 14 checked up, and Foley didn't have anywhere to go on that one. He wrecked it to keep from getting into the back of the 14.
Yeah, right there, Butterworth off the he hit the outside wall on the front stretch. And
yeah, when I looked down and saw that, it said 18, but it's actually the 81. He was backwards when I seen him.
So there you go. David Butterworth bringing out the second caution here tonight. And it looks like maybe he might have had to tow. All the leaders coming down pit road now, guys.
Yep. Yeah, they've had a few laps to race. They kind of know what they need. And I can tell you right now, Hungerford's looking for some forward bite.
Yeah, big time. It's like Thomas Bradner stayed out in the 24.
Well, he probably wanted to lead a lap, to get that point. So, okay, we're going to watch these guys all come to their pit stops here.
That, or maybe his car's just a little better on the long run. He wants to get some wear on them tires.
Looks like we've had 2 people to retire from the race, David Butterworth and Matt Kingsbury.
Yeah, I think Butterworth's motor let go when he hit the inside wall.
Yeah, either that or he may have had to tow, and that'll show him, like not there. All right.
Well,
he's actually left the server.
Yeah, he left the server.
Oh, okay. Crabtree getting out, but he's coming out behind Galen Gidman.
Did Gidman take 2?
No, he stayed out. Gidman didn't pit.
Okay.
So we've got Crabtree going to be restarting in the 3rd position now. But we still might see, looks like Brander's going to come down pit road now.
I was just getting ready to tell you, it looked like that Thomas was going to be coming down pit road. He just wanted that point.
Yes, sir. He led a lap and got the point. Now Galen Gidman going to be the new leader. And he should come down across the line and get a point for that.
You'll get that point, but he may not be able to hit now. He may be stuck out there.
That's right. Be stuck out there on some older tires.
So at 21 or the 29, Christopher Perryman got snagged for speeding on pit road.
Oh, that's not good. You'll have to serve that under green.
No, he'll just have to start at the back.
Oh, okay.
And yes, he did speed.
Oh boy.
He sped in the first segment.
Well, that's not good.
Coming right into the pit. Well, then he sped again about halfway down, too. I'm going back and rewatching that. Yeah, he was flirting with that 46, 47 quite a bit down through there.
He decided, I've already got to start the back. Might as well just go ahead and do it right.
There you go.
I'm going to get down here, guys, and see if I can get a word in with Joe Roberts. Maybe.
Oh.
Joe Roberts, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, man.
Well, first off, Joe, how's the car feeling on the track tonight? The conditions of the weather are changing constantly. How's it feel out there for you?
It's pretty good all around the racetrack. Turn 2 is a bear right now, and the wind coming in and out of that corner causing a lot of issues with the car. The car's excessively tight in there. The rest of the time it's neutral as long as I don't go too low.
Well, we've been kind of watching you there for a little bit, and you kind of drifted up the track, and a few guys got around you, but all in all, it looks like pretty good racing up in the front.
Yeah, it's good. It really is. Hungerford's behind me. I know he's got a better car than I do, but as long as I stayed up high and pitched him down, he couldn't pass me. So I know he's pissed, but I enjoyed it.
All right, Joe, well, we'll let you get back to racing here, and go get him, brother.
Thanks, bud.
You know what I love, Rudy? I love a driver who's brutally honest, and that was about as honest as it gets. I kept him pinched down. I know he's pissed, but it was fun racing.
Yep. Nothing wrong with being a little honest out there. We're all amongst friends here, you know.
Well, you don't get to see it too often anymore, and that I got to make you smile a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, so lights are off on the pace car here, Roger, and the cars are doubling up. And we're going to go back to green flag racing here in just a quick second.
Yeah, Gibman, Crabtree, Rattler, Roberts, the front 2 rows. A little shake-up up front, not too much. But Gidman out front, pace car's off. Green flag's in the air. We're back under green here, boys. And Gidman got a heck of a jump. Looked like he was shot out of a cannon right there.
Ought to be interesting how long Gidman can stay up there with them, of course, not real old tires, but not as fresh of tires as the rest of them.
Yeah, I think maybe that might have been, I don't know. I'm not going to say it was a bad move on his part, but, knowing that once you get a few laps on these tires, they do seem to bite a little bit more. Oh, we got
Reckon out of 4.
Like Hungerford into that. So
Rander's in it.
Let's go back and take a look at this.
Looks like Hungerford just got loose coming out of 4, caught the apron, come back up and overcorrected. The 24 of Bradner, I believe wasn't the 21, it was the 12 of Cato, and
Bill Jett cannot catch a break.
Yeah, and Jett was the other one.
Yeah, that poor guy, I'll tell you, he's always seems to get, Hungerford getting loose on his own here. He started getting loose, went down the hill trying to catch it, come back up across the track and took out Ross Cato. Thomas Brander getting into it. Oh, man. Very
Jett's engine just let go, and Michael Hungerford's car is an absolute mess.
It sure is. Wow. I don't know how much damage Brander got on that. It looks like the 62 there of Bill Jett. Yeah, he gets, oh man, his car's tore up too bad.
The whole back end's knocked off to 12.
Wow.
So Brander's got a little bit on the right front and then the right side's be messed up.
Hungerford trying to make it to pit road, but I'm telling you what, he is really, really struggling with that car trying to make it down there. He's making it, but boy, I don't know how. He's got the wheel cranked clear to the right just to go straight. Oh, and his engine just let go. Oh, no.
Yeah, he hit that wall a ton with the nose. That's never good.
They don't have resets here, I don't think, do they?
No, they do not.
Oh, that's too bad, man. Wow. All right, let's get back up here to our leader, Galen Gidman, still bringing him around. As Michael Hungerford goes on pit road trying to get that thing to pit stall, but if the engine's gone, that's probably going to be the day for him.
Yeah, they'll probably pull that behind the wall and load it in a trailer and get at them next week.
That's right.
Well, Rudy, you ought to go back and take a look at the 39 of John Batista getting through that. He come flying up through there, the wreck happened, and he had to make a quick decision, and got lucky he made the right one because he missed hitting one of the cars by just a little bit.
Well, let's see if we can't. We got a little bit of time here. Let's see if we can't go back a little ways here.
Looked like he just barely missed the 99 of Michael Thomas Bradner as well.
Yeah, that was a real nice choice.
Might have went back a little bit too far, but we'll kind of follow him here. Let me know when them guys start doubling up.
We will. I would take that from the cockpit view so you could see what he saw, Rudy. That he made a heck of a decision right there.
I might have went back a little bit too far, but oh, there it is, right there. Oh man! Oh man! Did he? Oh, that was some awesome driving by John Batista.
Might need to go clean his shorts after that one.
Whoa! I would think so.
I know I'd have to do that to mine. That's for sure.
Wow, that was an amazing driving feat right there. I'm telling you guys. Good job by John Batista.
Thomas Brandner, they're done for the day.
Oh man, I hate it for these guys being out so early. Dang. And there's a lot of racing to go. We got over 100 laps to go here, guys, and you know, to have we've got lost what, 4 guys already? 3 guys already out of the race. Dang.
Yeah, we've lost Butterworth, Bill Jett, Michael Hungerford, Thomas Brandner.
Ross Cato's on pit road trying to get some of his damage fixed. They're going to be there a while, though.
Yeah, back in that car is completely gone.
Front end looks good.
Yeah. That thing will be extremely loose once he gets back out there. Well, we formed up 2x2, Rudy.
Yeah, we're actually coming to the greens.
All right, well, we're ready.
Hopefully they get a few laps under green here and we won't go back into caution for a little while.
Yeah, Galen seems to be staying out there pretty decent with them older tires. I think Crabtree was going to take him.
This goes off. Gidman hits it, green flag's in the air, and we're racing again, boys.
Crabtree going into turn 1. Crabtree takes it right up behind him there. Rattler going to be in third as he gets by Alan Bowes.
I think you're right. It's a matter of time, Rudy.
Yeah, those 3 right there, they race around each other and race so hard week after week. And now it looks like Crabtree's got a run on Galen, but Galen's on that high line where you can get some good bite up there.
Boy, Crabtree really drove it off in there that time.
Man, he now Rattler coming up behind him, trying to see if he can't get. Oh, Crabtree almost touches. I think they might have touched Galen Gidman right there.
Well, they got close if they didn't touch it. Gidman's loose a little bit. I think he's just trying to overdrive the old tires a little bit. he'll just get in here behind Bose and just ride. I think he can stay there for a little while.
Yeah, I think you're right. So our points leader Crabtree out in the lead. Taking the lead, and Rattler has not led a lap yet.
I was just getting ready to ask you that. I don't think Crabtree's let him have a lap wet yet.
No.
He may have a run on him here, though.
Yeah, Rattler got a pretty good run coming off of 2 that time, but just couldn't quite muster it, so he's going to have to duck it back in behind him. Alan Bose right there in 3rd, ready to strike. And I'll tell you what, I won't count Alan out at all. He'll get up there, you wait, he'll get up there and he'll lead some of these laps, because he's very strong with that Gen 6. Man, is he a top competitor in that car.
David Rattler put it down in 1, and I don't know if he just is able to go in deeper than Crabtree, or if he wanted to get down there and try to get Crabtree a little bit loose, but man, did he put the nose up underneath the back end of that car.
Joe Roberts now up on the bumper of Galen Gidman, trying to take that position with him. Ooh, Galen really loose coming off the 4. Slid it right across the nose here of Joe Roberts.
A real good piece of driving not to put that thing in the wall, too.
Man, I'm telling you. Look at this battle going on up front here. Crabtree trying to stay ahead of these. Alan Bose gets by David Rattler and goes into the 2nd position.
He's been sizing him up for a couple of laps, waiting to see what he was going to do with Crabtree. And I think he finally decided, if you're not going to go get him, I want my shot.
There you go. Yep. And if anybody's got anything for Crabtree, it's those 2 right behind him, I'm telling you. The 3 of them right there are very, very, very tough. Coming back here to the 4th place, Galen Gidman still hanging on. But Joe Roberts got a run on him that time going into 3. He drove it in hard and does beat Galen Gidman into the 4th, goes into the 4th position.
I think those old tires for Gidman are starting to show a little bit. He's just hanging on, waiting to the pit stops or waiting for the next caution.
All right, coming to the line here is going to be taking lap 31, guys.
Well, Randall Drake's putting up a fight with John Batista here. They've kind of sorted it out right now, but going through 1 and 2, they were side by side.
Yeah, that's a good battle going on between those 2. There's battles pretty much everywhere around the track. Christopher Perryman, now going back to him, he's trying to reel in Nathan Sedlick. Nathan's been holding him off for a few laps now. Nathan goes way up high and hits the wall. I just had to say that.
Bose has the inside position going into 3 on Crabtree. He got a great run coming off of 2. And he's taking it down in turn 3. He's got about half a car on him right now.
Great battle going on here with these leaders. Crabtree's still maintaining that. Wow.
Yeah, Bose just couldn't put the throttle down on that bottom line. You just can't. But
boy, Rattler comes up on Bose so fast going into turn 1 there. I thought he was going to rear end him.
Here we go again.
Bose taking a peek. Can he overdrive? Boy, I'll tell you, Crabtree, he can overdrive it going into 3, can he?
He is just not giving him any room through that corner and keeping that momentum on the outside. He's going to make Bose work for it. He's going to let Rattler get by Bose.
Yep. Bose took it way down too far and got a little bit loose down there on that low line. And we talk about that low line, man. That's dangerous down there, I think. Especially, these guys, as much as they're powering these cars around here, I bet you they're already starting to feel that right front wear a little bit.
I think they're probably feeling the right rear heating a little more because 1 and 2, that every car I see go through there, especially about the center of turn 2, seems to have to catch the car real fast.
All right, let's go back here. Nathan Sedlick now. He's backed into 9th position after he got a little loose there, and Christopher Perryman got by him. But he's maintaining. I think he's trying to get them tires cooled back off because we've got cars coming up behind him here.
We have a real good battle here for probably 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. You got 4 of them right here, pretty well nose to tail. You got the 04 of Gidman, the 39 of John Batista, the 9 of Randall Drake and the 29 of Christopher Perryman.
And I'm right on that. As that battle, boy, it's been going on for a few laps now. These guys are really pushing these cars. I think they're finally starting to get the tires heated up enough and worn in enough that they're getting some good biting off these turns. They're backing up the turns like they should be doing. Boy, look at that.
Got a little loose there coming out of turn in the middle of 1 and 2.
Got a good battle going on there and a good battle going on up front.
Wreck at the front. Leaders are all wrecked. All 3 cars.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. No.
They are still wrecking him. Oh, John Batista.
Uh-oh.
Let's go back and take a look.
He didn't even see him coming down the track.
Wow, that hurts. That took another 4 cars out this race. I was watching that, and Rattler had a little bit of a run on the outside, and Crabtree moved up. Rattler went to cross underneath him, go from the outside to the inside, and he just brushed his bumper cover so slightly, and both of them, it took the rear end out of the 47 car and took the nose off the 09 car, and they just started wrecking. Alan Bowes, I don't know that he's got a lot of damage, but he did get in that some.
He sure did, yeah.
Roger, I went back and keep looking at this thing. They never touched.
Yeah, they never touched.
It was the air whenever he moved so quick, it just turned him.
At speed the first time, that's what it looked like. And I haven't gone back to look at a replay yet, but boy, it just looked like he just so slightly brushed him.
We're going to go back and look at this again, but I'm going to see if I can't find a better camera angle. I'm going to go right off of... I want to go to David Rattler here. We're going to find David Rattler on the track. They come around, but I want to do this on a...
He did not touch him.
No, he did not.
No. Oh, wow. That is odd. They were going on the straightaway like that.
Yep. Then the 6 of Joe Roberts looked like he got caught in right rear down in the grass. And poor John Batista didn't have anywhere to go, didn't see nothing till it was right there, had nowhere to go.
See, Crabtree come off of 4 really kind of loose, and he had to save it, so he took it down to the inside. And I think it would have been all right if Rattler would have stayed up on that high side because he had a run on him, but he brought it across that back bumper, and I'm looking right at it here. They never touched. They were like 3 or 4 feet apart. And all of a sudden, Crabtree...
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Crabtree just kind of went to the right, and so did Rattler. So that was just a weird netcode right there. That's just
both them cars are just tore up.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, these guys...
21 did a good job of saving it, not getting any more damage than he did.
Alan Bowes,
there's nothing left at the front end of that 47 car. Nothing.
Alan Bowes is going to be shown as the leader right now, because he went into pits and it looks like maybe he didn't have hardly any damage at all.
Yeah, it looked like
he wrinkled the right front fender a little bit. Sorry about that, Tommy. I was looking at that car just to see. I'm trying to see what the 3 cars that got in it, because Batista's taking his to the garage already. Now, how much damage the 21 got out of it? Because the 47 and the 09 are destroyed.
Well, it doesn't look to me like Alan Bowes got any damage. I mean,
he got just a little bit on the right front fender. It's almost like where the fender flare is. It just kind of flattened that, but he got real lucky if that's all he got out of that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Take a look here. Yeah, it's either that or he got that thing all fixed up on pit road, because I see very, very little damage. Just a slight wrinkle in the hood on that right front corner. So I would say he's going to be okay. But that's
well, in all that, the 14 car, Greg Sleech, our wave around car this time. And it looks like the 12 car of Ross Cato is going to stay out in front of the leader here and get the whip around, so that'll put him 3 laps down.
Christopher Perryman going to be scored as 3rd here on this restart. Randall Drake going to be 4th.
That's a big shakeup.
Yeah, it is. That's going to shake up the points big time too.
Yeah, that's your top 2.
Yeah. Now the only advantage that Crabtree's going to have over Rattler is that he led all them laps.
But Rattler was actually on track. I saw him go around again. I think he went back in the pits to get some down. Yeah, he's coming back out again now. Mm-hmm. He's going to be able to stay on the track, but Crabtree's not going to be able to continue, I don't think.
Right. So already he's about 3 positions ahead of Crabtree. And,
just as I say that, he rolls that car off pit road.
Crabtree did, yep.
That left front tire is laying all the way over.
Oh, man. He might be taking
That's got to be a monster to drive at low speed, let alone high.
Maybe taking a 1 trip around just to see how it's going to drive, and he's probably going to say, oh, well, nope, I'm not going to be able to drive it like this. Doggone it. What a shake-up, I'm telling you. That's all it takes, though. You know, and it really wasn't anybody's fault.
Yeah, it looks like Crabtree's got that wheel 90 degrees to the left just to go straight.
I'm pretty close to it, yeah. I just jumped in the cockpit to take a look at that.
All right, so Alan Bowe's going to lead him around here. Gale and Gidman on the outside. Pace car's off, and here we go. Green, green, green.
He jumped right out in front of him, even with that little bit of damage out there. We'll see if that affects him at all in the long run. It's such a minor amount, I really don't think it's going to hurt him too much.
Yeah, if there was anything...
One loose on the apron. That is Nathan Sedlick. Man, was he sideways.
Did a good job of saving that one.
Wow. He's going to lose.
That's okay, Nathan. You can start breathing again, buddy.
He's going to lose a bunch of positions on that one. Galen Gidman now has fallen back just a little bit behind Alan Bowes. About 3/10, 2.5 tenths.
Perryman's running there in 3rd with Randall Drake and Joe Roberts right behind.
Randall Drake having a good run here now after that green flag pit stop. Or not green flag, excuse me, under caution. Joe Roberts running really good right behind him.
Yeah, I had a little word with Christopher Perryman there under that caution on the private channel, and he said he's just out here trying to log some laps to be able to survive and be here at the end of this thing. So he's not really shown anything that he's got yet, just trying to stay up there and stay out of trouble.
Zachary Chahalis here back in 6th position. He's running really good. Just trying to stay up here and keeping grasp of the leaders, but running real good. Nobody immediately right behind him to challenge him. Johnny Foley back in 7th. He's way back here. Ross Cato's back here with him. What's going on with Crabtree? He's back on pit road, Tommy?
Yeah, he's back on pit road. He came in after they took the green flag, trying to get some more damage stuff fixed.
Okay, cool.
But he's probably going to be there for a while.
I'm scoring him in about 12th position right now. It don't look like he's going to gain any more positions being so many laps down, but get it back out there and try to log some more laps.
Yep.
See what he can do.
Galen Gibbon got real sideways. He caught it. He's going to fall all the way back to at least 5th, maybe 6th if Cahalis gets up there.
It looks like he's going to get by him.
That was a good save right there.
Sure was, but I'm sure he overheated them tires, guys.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Crabtree's back out on the track. Boy, that car she's bad shape.
Let's go take a look at it here. Yeah, it's pretty sad looking. There ain't even a front clip on that thing.
The whole left front fender's missing. Most of right front fender's missing.
Jeez, oh man.
Bumper, ductwork, bumper bars gone.
That's got a
Look at that left front tire, how leaned over that thing is cambered all up.
I'm on the cockpit view right now, guys. Oh, what a mangled up mess looking out that windshield.
Left rear quarters knocked in so far, the tires hanging out. Just they'll take that car, they'll cut the center section out of it, and they'll scrap the rest of it.
Joe Roberts in second now. What happened to Galen Gidman? He's way back.
Gidman got loose a couple laps ago.
And now Joe Roberts in second, Christopher Perryman in third. So some good racing going on here, but Joe Roberts about 1.3 seconds behind our leader, Alan Bowes.
Man, Bowes has gotten away now. He's checking out. That damage doesn't seem to be affecting him a whole lot. Randall Drake running up in the 4th position. Gidman recovering, and he's holding on to the 5th position pretty good there. He's got him a little gap, about almost 3 seconds between him and Zachary Cahalis there.
And looking back from Joe Roberts here, it looks like Christopher Perryman can drive it in a little bit deeper in turn 1 than Joe Roberts. But boy, Joe Roberts gets a good run coming off the turn.
Perryman's running that thing off in there so hard, and he's diming in the corner, which has allowed him to drive it in there harder. He has to get on the brakes harder in the center, but he's able to bring that thing off low and not take the chance on getting that thing up there too high and getting it loose. If he tries it down in 3 and 4, I think he'll have something working there.
Bowes continuing to check out on the field here. Out there about, what, 1.6 seconds, about a second and a half in front of Joe Roberts.
And Joe Roberts about to be under fire from Christopher Perryman here. Perryman just been steady reeling him up, a little bit here, a little bit there. Now he's close enough to strike.
Oh,
easy.
Got a caution.
Easy.
Looks like Patrick Crabtree.
I think it was Gidman.
It was Gidman got loose.
Okay.
Got loose coming off the forward, and he fought it all the way down the straightaway and ended up having to stop to keep putting the fence even harder.
Let's go back and watch this again.
Well, that was a heck of a save because he never touched the wall.
No, he got it loaded up. The 14 car there, was that who that was that almost got into him?
Yeah, I believe that was the 14 of Greg Sleech.
Yep. He did a good job just missing that because that car was dead sideways in front of him. Pretty much straight.
Yes.
And he's really thanking Galen Gidman right now because he's about to get back on the lead lap. He is the lucky dog.
I'm back here trying to see if I can find this on an instant replay.
It should be right here.
Yep. Okay. Yep. There's where he gets loose. Right on the front stretch. Wow. Wow, that was
come out of 4 and just rolled over that little hump and unloaded the rear end, and with the wind being as much of a player as it is in this, just got him loose.
Wow.
Well, all of our leaders are headed for pit road, Rudy.
Alrighty, I'm gonna get up here on our leaders.
That was a heck of a piece of driving by Galen Gidman not to put that thing nose first into the wall.
Sure was. Okay, we're seeing all our leaders coming down pit road now.
The 12 of Ross Cato is going to stay out, try to get another one of his laps back. That'll put him 3 down.
Yeah. I think Gidman, he's probably going to want to tighten that car up a little bit. We've seen him sideways 2 or 3 times now, just in this last run.
Looks like Alan Bowes is going to beat everybody off the pit road again. But Joe Roberts coming out second. Wow. Joe Roberts had a 13.7 second pit stop. That's smoking. What a pit stop.
Yeah, I think part of that, Gidman's car being a little loose, but then whenever he did that power slide down there on the apron a while ago on that restart, surely didn't help that right rear tire any at all.
Probably made it a little upset with him, do you think?
Just a little bit.
So, but you know, guys, I'm looking here at the scoring. I'm showing David Rattler up in 7th place.
Yeah, he's been out there running around. He was way back, about half a lap back from the leaders right there before that caution came out. I mean, they got the car back out there. You don't have a hood on it, but they kept the front clip on it. It's pretty mangled up, so he ain't going to be real fast. He's probably going to be real tight, but at least he's making laps, and he'll be able to stay ahead of Crabtree, which is only a couple of 3 positions. So, you know, by the end of this thing, unless he picks up a couple more, the points will be down to 1 or 2 points, I'll bet, by next week.
Yeah, because David Rattler has led 2 laps now. So him leading laps and Crabtree leading laps. Yeah, this is going to tighten up the points battle here.
Rudy, why don't you go see what old Christopher Airman thinks about how the events are unfolding tonight?
All right, you can do that. Let me get up here to him.
You know, he's moved himself all the way up 3rd place now, so maybe he's got some changes dialed up in that car. Maybe he's going to go after old Bose here.
Christopher Perryman, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy on you, Rudy.
First off, Christopher, how's the car running for you out there tonight? I know this is a pretty wicked combination, but how's it running for you?
It's running pretty good. After about 5 or 10 laps, I can start inching towards the leaders again. But they definitely out faster the first few laps after some fresh tires. So we'll see what we can't do.
Well, you got a couple of pretty tough customers up ahead of you there. Do you think you got anything for them to bring home a win here tonight?
If your car's running at the end of this, you definitely got a chance. I mean, we've had a lot of incidents so far, so we'll just try and keep ourselves out of trouble and bring it home in one piece.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck out there tonight.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think that was a big comment. If you're running at the end of this thing, you got a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're getting down here. We've only got 12 cars left in the race right now. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars out of the race. So this is it's kind of unfortunate for them guys, and especially, you know, the guys that ran so well up front there. You know, just unfortunate thing.
Yeah, racing can be a little crazy and a little heartbreaking at times.
Ready to come down here for the restart. Alan Bode jumps it and gets going here in the rain. Christopher Perryman on the inside of Joe Roberts. Looks like he's got something for him. And he does slide it up here a little bit right in front of Joe, taking over the 2nd spot. Tom,
well, you know, he was easing up on Joe before we got that caution, so maybe he decided he didn't want to try to have to ease up on him anymore. He wants to jump out there in front, see if he can just hang on until his tires come in, and then maybe have a clean shot at running down Bose.
Tommy, what's going on with Nathan Sedlick there? He was caught up in that wreck a little bit. How's he running there? Does he seem to be holding a pretty good line?
Yeah, he seems to be doing all right. He's had a little couple of contacts with the outside wall and just trying to get out there and survive, really. Running right now in the 6th spot behind Randall Drake. Just like I say, just out there trying to survive. They only on lap 57 of 125, so I think Perryman had a good point. If your car's still running at the end of this thing, you're going to have a chance to win it.
Ooh, Joe Roberts way off the pace. What's up with Joe? Oh, no, wait a minute. He blinked. I'm sorry. Wow, that scared me. They showed him in 10th here for a second. So he must have blinked out.
Yeah, he blinked out and then all of a sudden showed back up right in front of Galen Gidman. I bet it kind of rattled him a little bit.
Yeah, that would. Galen probably is a little nervous.
Guys, I'm pretty sure that Crabtree's night's over. His engine just said, I quit.
Yep.
That car is coasting silent right there through 1 and 2 on the access road. He's just looking for a place to get her behind the wall.
Wow. So, Crabtree out of it now. This is really going to shake up the points here tonight. We've got a lot of guys that are back in the points a little bit that are still in there running. And this could be a pretty interesting finish. I'm kind of anxious to see how the points are going to shake out at the end of the night.
Well, right now, Rattler's 2 spots ahead of Crabtree if it finishes the way it is and no one else falls out. But he's the last car on the lead lap, and he's way back off the pace, about 7 seconds.
Joe Roberts still putting the pressure on Christopher Perryman, though. And Galen Gidman getting into the battle here, back in the 4th position. Those 3 running nose to tail. Since they got the drop of the green flag, they've been battling. So this is probably one of the best battles on the track right at the moment.
3 wide.
Look at this. Wow. Now, you want to talk about messing your drawers. Right there it is.
Yeah, that didn't get scary at all.
Says you.
Yeah, well, there was a little sarcasm in there because I know Gidman went, wait, don't come down here.
Yeah.
Randall's right up there in the middle of this, too.
Yeah, I just seen that. He snuck into the battle, so we've got a 4-car battle going on right here. And look at this. Oh, they almost went 3 wide again, coming off of 2.
Well, last 2 laps getting down into turn 1, Perriman's car has just not wanted to turn in. I don't know if it's a product of maybe that little bit of right front damage he's got, or that he's driving it in too deep, or maybe the wind's blowing him around a little bit, but his car has gone all the way to the wall in turn 1 the last 2 laps.
He seems to be so much better in 1 and 2 than he is in 3 and 4.
Gidman sideways.
Gidman sideways.
This time he can't hang on to it.
Oh, that's probably going to bring the caution out.
He got her straight
We're still under green.
Wow. That was one heck of a save, I'm telling you.
He hates right rear tires.
Well, I think his right rear tires hate him.
Maybe that's it.
Well, I'm sure that kind of took a little bit of the pressure off of Joe Roberts up here running in 3rd. But now he's got Randall Drake coming up on him, and Randall, I think he may have something for Joe Roberts here. He's starting to put the pressure on him a little bit now.
I just seen the leader, Alan Bowes, way out by the wall in 1 and 2, and I don't know if that's the line he's been running, but man, was he way out there in the middle of 1 and 2.
That thing could be pushing up the hill. Boy, he's a little bit squirrely coming off of 4. He might have just missed his mark there maybe or something, but yeah, he does kind of drifted up the hill a little bit.
Oh, Perriman got the wall
in the wall.
And now, what's up? Yeah. Okay,
Caution's out.
All right, let's go back and take a look at that, but did he bring the caution out? By just hitting the wall?
Yeah, I think they put that out because Perriman was really deep in the wall.
Okay, he goes up. Yeah, he hit the wall a ton up there, but God, I can't hardly believe that would.
No, Rudy, I got the caution.
Who was it?
The 12 and the 18 down the front stretch, right behind that whole deal. I just caught it on the replay, looking backwards.
All right, we're gonna go back and watch this then. Ross Cato already having a bunch of rear end damage there, but it looks like the 18 maybe. 18, I'm not sure here.
That's a Johnny Reed Foley.
Yeah, he's a little, he gets really loose. Ross had a heck of a run right there. And Johnny gets really, and he hits the outside wall, comes down, catches Ross. Oh, and Ross is going for a ride into the wall. And Johnny, man, he's going to be, is he ever tore up. Whew, wow.
He finally finished the front end of that car off.
Yes, he did. I'm sure he's not very happy about that right now, but you know, just tough luck racing. He got really, really loose coming off of the turn, and him and Ross both on pit road now.
Well, everybody came down. And Bose looks like he's going to win the battle off.
Perryman's going to sit there and get some of his damage fixed.
That's probably a pretty smart move right now. There's plenty of laps. We're barely halfway.
Ah, we got a 2-tire taker in this. A
Sleek?
14. Yep.
Who?
I wondered how he got out there so quick behind Bose, because he was coming down pit road before Bose ever dropped off the jack.
Greg Slake? Yeah, he must have. Yeah, he only had a 8.8 second pit stop, so that was definitely a 2-tire change.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
He took 2 and rolled that thing out real easy so he didn't get it hot.
Well, we'll have to see how this works out. I mean, you know, I know he's not going to be able to keep up with Alan Bose, because Alan Bose is just so dominant out here today, and I knew he was going to be. I think we all knew that coming in here, because we talked.
He's
about
been my pick the last 2 weeks, Rudy.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with the 21.
He's good. There just ain't no doubt about it, you know. My guy John Batista, he's out. I kind of chose him. Thought maybe he was going to pull it out here tonight, and he just can't get a break though. You know, every time he tries, he just can't get a break.
It looks like on a 29 car there, Perryman, they actually didn't do too bad a job. They got the nose all nice and straightened out and squared again. Just a little wrinkle in that right front fender. Everything else looks pretty good.
That's good. Well, he'll be restarting in the 8th position here, so we're going to have to see if he can get back up there and battle with these guys up in the front. You know, like you said, we still got a lot of race to go here. We're just, a little past halfway now.
Yeah, coming up on starting lap 69, so about 53, 54 laps to go here. Yeah, he's got plenty of time to get. Heck, we got another pit stop to go.
Yeah. And I'm sure we haven't seen the last of the cautions. You know, this is caution number 6.
You know, I'd like to see a good set of green flag pit stops. I think we'd see more action there.
Yeah, I think so. That would be interesting.
This is a tricky place to get on the pit road. I know you got plenty of time to get around that curve, but if you miss that entry on the access road just the slightest little bit, you're too hot getting in there, then you're heading right out for that grass, and that's a whole nother ball game out there. You got no control when you hit the grass.
It's like the 29 of Perryman's coming back down pit road, maybe trying to play a little bit of fuel strategy.
I don't think you can make it that far.
Yeah, I don't think you can either, but unless he knows something we don't know.
I think he's got the thought that, well, okay, I can go ahead and come in here. Yeah, it might only be 0.2 of a gallon or something, but that's 0.2 of a gallon I won't have to take after a while, and I'll be in and out quicker.
Well, he did.
Well, you know, if he's got the right gearing in that car, and he's willing to say, hey, we're going to go green, and I'm not going to go up there and push it, and I'm not going to race hard with these guys, I can make it if I stay back here and run a couple of tenths off of them for 15, 20 laps, and then he just kind of starts to run the same pace. When they got a pit, he can go right on by. So it may be a strategy play. You may be right, Tommy. I may be way off base. I just don't know that you can go that far on fuel here.
We're going to ride along here with Joe Roberts as they get ready to take the green flag again, guys, and see if he can maintain here and get by Greg Slake on that high side. Greg only out there with 2 fresh tires. And boy, he got a heck of a jump that time.
Well, he saw Bose hit it, and he ran right with him.
He sure did. And going into turn 1, he did get by Slake. So Slake going back to the 3rd position now. But look at Alan Bose checking out.
I tell you, I'm going to kind of keep an eye on Perryman and see if he's going to play that strategy that I talked about. Maybe he's going to sit back here and run a little easy, save a little tire, save a little fuel.
Well, it might not be a bad call, you know. These guys are all going to have to stop, and if they did go green the rest of the way, he just might try to stretch it. Running back
The
in.
44, Zach Cahalis got up into the wall in the middle of 1 and 2.
Right in front of Perryman and Rattler.
Yeah, and they both managed to get by him. So look at Rattler running back up here in the 8th position now.
Yeah, and you know, with Johnny Reed Foley being out and Ross Cato being 3 laps down, he's moved up a couple more spots. The points are still changing.
They sure are. He probably isn't done yet.
Now he got by Halis too. There's another spot.
He's running in the 8th spot, so not a bad place to be right now. And he did have a little bit of damage on that car, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him at all. Nathan Sedlick now moves up into the 5th position as he got by Greg Slake. So Greg Slake going backwards quick with only them 2 tires.
Well, you know, we saw Gidman do that earlier, but he didn't have nearly as many laps as Slake had. He was the wave-around car from the caution previous to the last one. So he's been out there probably 30 laps on these tires.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, so Joe Roberts now 1.3 seconds back. Oh, and Galen Gidman gets really loose coming off of turn 4 that time. Wow, did he ever get loose.
He is still fighting that loose condition in that car, and the car is winning.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go back to the drawing board on that setup, I think. But you know what? Loose is fast, and he's still hanging in 3rd spot, so I guess maybe you don't have a whole lot of work to do.
Well, you know, he don't have a lick of damage on that car either, so it's all, you know, in the driver's hands with the setup for being loose there. I mean, if he had any damage, I might attribute it some damage, but I can't do that because I can't find nothing wrong with it. There ain't even a scratch on that car.
Yeah. Boy, Joe Roberts really, oh man, he backed up that turn a ton. So Joe Roberts could be getting past here in a little bit. Galen Gidman reeling him in. Randall Drake now in the 4th place, and you know, Randall week after week, he always seems like he gets the tough luck stuff happen to him. And here he is running in 4th place. You know, I got to give him a thumbs up for the run he's providing here tonight. This is great for him. Nathan Sedlick in 5th, having a good run. After getting caught up in that wreck, he's managed to get it back up to 5th. And he's another one that we were talking about earlier that has a little bit of a loose condition.
Wow, the 14 of Slake, he is just steady going backwards, and him and Christopher Perriman just almost got together coming off board.
Christopher now did get by him and has moved into the 6th place now. So good job by Christopher, making sure he was, you know, clear of them and picks up another spot. And he's a little bit loose coming out of turn 4 too.
Yeah, I don't think he's sitting back there just being, you know, saving anything. I think he's going.
Yeah, he's on cue right now. He's running about a 10th of a second slower than your leader, Alan Bose, up there in the 21. But, yeah, I don't think he's trying to save anything. Just trying to get back there. And like I said, I think he had it in his head. The more fuel he could take under caution, the less fuel he'd have to take under green.
Joe Roberts right on Galen Gidman's butt here. Boy, and I'll tell you what, he's really putting the pressure on Galen.
Wow, did Randall Drake close that gap right there going into 1?
Boy, he sure did. Man, both of them guys right there. Nathan Sedlick, 4 of these going to be in a tight battle in a minute. Holy smokes.
Yeah, the battle's going to be for second because Bose is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody out there can touch him. He's out in clean air. And clean air, I know in these cars means a lot. Galen goes way up the hill. He's clear up in the marbles up there.
Well, he kept that momentum up. He did not lose an inch
Wow.
to Joe Roberts right there. And Roberts was under fire from Randall Drake right there in the middle of 1 and 2.
Yeah, these four right here are having a great battle.
Oh, Gidman way loose, and that's going to let Roberts have the outside down the front stretch.
Oh,
He just can't get that car to stop being loose on exit.
no. But boy, he held it down pretty good that time. Looked like Joe Roberts went clear up high and just couldn't quite hold it up there.
And Roberts going to try to pull a crossover on him.
Oh, and Randall Drake going right with him.
I think Roberts will clear him, but Drake's going to have to drag race him down the front stretch.
Well, looks like Joe Roberts has got it. So Joe Roberts moving up here. He'd be our second place guy, and Galen Gidman going back to third. But Galen not done yet. Boy, he's still trying to battle. But Randall Drake really powering out on that on the low side.
Yeah, Drake got a good run coming off the 2 there.
Wow. Look at this, and then Nathan Sedlick coming right along with him.
You know, Tommy, I'm wondering if Gidman's setup isn't really tight in the middle, and it's causing him to be push loose right there in the last third of the corner.
It's a good possibility. That's what I was sitting here trying to watch him, just concentrate on him for a couple laps. I think you're right. I think when he goes off in the corner and it pushes up so far in the center that it snaps on exit, and that's what's making him loose.
Yeah, he's cranking a little extra wheel because it's not turning, and when he gets back in the throttle, it's just making the everything load to the right rear corner. It's just too much, and the suspension's giving up, and the tire can't hold on.
Galen way up high, hits the wall in turn
Perryman
one.
hit the wall right behind him.
Wow.
Meanwhile, in the other zip code, Alan Bowes is just out here cruising away from everybody.
Yeah, he's got about a 4.5 second lead over, or I'm sorry, 3.5 second lead over Joe Roberts.
David Rattler in that 09, of course, being tore up with no hood, up in the 7th position, trying to extend that points lead on out.
He's doing a great job. I mean, wow, he got caught up in that wreck, and man, he was tore up pretty bad, but he managed to get it in, and the damage wasn't severe enough that it blew his motor. That's the most important thing. Not like Crabtree.
And he's still out here running around, so he must not have got a whole lot of damage to the radiator or the cooling system either, because a lot of times you get that much damage to the front of the car, they take the hood and everything off. It ain't too long and the old motor gets too hot, you can't get no air through it, and it gives up anyway. He's doing a pretty good job of hanging on. He must have took all the tape off of it, is what I'm going to guess.
Yep.
Like Gidman got in the wall again in 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's going backwards kind of quick here. Nathan Sedlick passed him for the 4th position now. But Randall Drake getting by Joe Roberts. Look at this, guys. Randall Drake setting sail now. He's out here pretty much in clean air because it's a long ways up to Alan Bowes.
Well, he'd worked on that bumper there, Joe Roberts, for a while, trying to figure out where the weak spot was. And finally, Joe exposed himself, and Randall jumped right on him.
I just can't believe how much Alan Bowes has pulled out away from this field.
Oh, Gidman's real loose off the 4 that time.
Yes, he was.
So you're going to allow 29 of Perryman to get by him.
How many times can you save it?
I
don't know, but he should go buy a lottery ticket after this.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
So Perryman moving into the 5th spot. We talked to Perryman, and he said that he just wanted to just kind of survive out here tonight. Well, I think he's doing a little bit better than just surviving. He's running pretty doggone good out here. About 5.7 seconds behind our leader, but he seems to be managing it pretty well.
Well, if we can stay green here, which it looks like we might, everybody's pretty spread out, and unless somebody self-skins, I'm going to say that probably we're getting ready to do lap 90. By about lap 110, he's going to be up there on Roberts and on Sedlick.
Yeah, because Joe Roberts about to Nathan Sedlick's not that far behind him. Nathan Sedlick might be able to do
somebody
something.
real loose on the front stretch down in the grass.
Who was that? Randall Drake, wasn't it? No?
Yep.
Was it Randall Drake?
No.
Yep. Come right back up the track, right in front of Perryman out of the grass, so he got lucky there.
Yeah. He lost a couple
That was your
positions.
second place car.
Yeah. He lost 2 positions on it, but saved it.
Wow, and he had worked so hard to get up there to second place just to give it up like that.
He sure did. Now that moved Joe Roberts back into second, but he's 4.6 seconds behind Bose now. That's, wow, Bose is just checked out on the field here.
Yeah, he's got it in cruise control.
Yeah, I don't want to not give him any TV time here because he is doing so well, you know. Got to give him TV time.
Oh yeah, but you know, that's kind of what you get, like we said every time so far. If you stink up the show, you don't get a lot of TV time. We want to see the battles.
Well, let me know if you see a good battle going on back there, guys, and I'll swing back to it.
Roger, you were right. The 04 of Gidman, I've been riding with him here the last couple laps, watching the wheel and everything, and he's having to put so much wheel in that thing on the entry, and then whenever he gets to the middle and gets back in the throttle, it's wanting to come on around with him because he's got so much in it.
You know, and I wonder, since we've had so many pit stops and he's been loose the whole time, if he's completely started going the wrong way with his changes because he thinks he's loose, and instead of loosening the car up for the run, he's actually tightened it up and made it worse because he just seems to be fighting it more and more the longer this race goes on.
Right. Yeah, that's a good possibility.
I know I've done that in the past. Once I went back and watched the replay, I've tried to ingrain it in myself. Figure out if you're tight in the center and it's making you loose off, or if you truly are just loose under throttle.
Right.
Guys, Alan Bose is clutching it in the turns.
Yeah, see? I knew everybody would be close. Perryman might be on the right. Topping off, he might be on the right strategy right there.
Yeah, he's clutching it in the turns now. He's got enough of a lead. You know, he's out there about 4.5 seconds ahead of Joe Roberts, so he can afford to clutch it in the turns and try to save that precious fuel.
Yeah, but how much does he have to save? That's the real question.
He's going to have to save a ton.
Well, I'm going to bet he's probably somewhere between 3 and 5 laps short when he figured it out. Never mind. That ends everything right
Cautioned
there.
out for something.
The 44 of Zachary Cahalis sideways down one.
Wow, that was nuts. That was a
You know
hard
what?
wreck.
He did the same thing that everyone else really has done down that front stretch. Somehow he got loose right in the middle and headed for the wall. And then he hit both walls.
As he comes out of turn 4 here, let's see if he kind of...
Wow, he hit the wall a ton.
He sure did. Wow, I don't know what happened to him. He just like all of a sudden right turned into the wall.
It looked like it just snapped loose right there in the center of the straightaway. Like maybe him being loose off a 4, he never really got it all the way back under control. Put his foot down and the rear end just snapped.
All our leaders coming down pit road, guys.
Hey, Roger, I just spoke with Christopher Perryman in the in-race chat a little bit. He was 0.5 laps to the good on fuel.
Oh, wow.
What a call. What a call. He's not happy right now.
He's not. No.
All right, so
He had
looks
it.
like everybody taking 4 tires. I don't see any 2-tire takers this time. And I think they're all gonna, Alan Bose getting out first, it looks like. That they're all going to try to make it to the end now on some good tires, you know?
Wow, that was a race off pit road right there.
Yeah. Looks like Perryman might have got Crabtree or Rattler right there.
So, boy, this is really shaking up a lot of stuff now. Sedlick going to come out second. Joe Roberts third, Randall Drake fourth, and Christopher Perryman coming out fifth.
6th place car is the one right there. David Rattler.
Yep.
That tore up old car, and he's probably taken the points lead by 1 or 2 points now, without leading a lap in this race.
Yeah. Well, no,
Actually,
he did.
the more that
He
the
led
more
2
that I
laps.
look at it, I think Rattler beat
I did
Perryman
not
out.
know that he led. Well, Perryman.
What was that, Tommy?
I think Rattler actually beat Perryman out of the pits.
Well, it looks like they're rearranging them out there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think he might have got him by about a bumper, but that's it.
Now, over the course of the run here, if it stays green, obviously Christopher's going to have the advantage, and he's going to get away from him again. But, I mean, just to have Rattler running, top 6 or 7 cars here, and every time somebody wrecks and falls out, he just moves one more spot further up the list and one more point ahead of Patrick Crabtree. Boy, it got to be heartbreaking for Crabtree right now, knowing he had the car to beat too, and now he's going to lose the points lead.
Looks like we'll double them up and get one to green this time out of the line. But that right there, what David Rattler is doing, that's the whole thing about running for a championship and not giving up.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Every point counts.
If he wins this championship by a couple points, he needs to look back on this race right here, because this was the turning point.
Yeah,
Front end's tore up
on that car. Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's even running as good as it is.
Exactly.
What are we going to have here, about 27 laps?
Yeah, 27, 28.
Yeah. Well, it's been a wild ride for the first 100.
Something's going to have to happen to Alan Bowes for anybody else to have a chance at winning this thing.
Well, now Perryman doesn't have to worry about it. He can just crank it up and go. We'll see if maybe he's got something. But I kind of feel like you're right. He's just, since Crabtree and Rattler fell out, he's just been the class of the field. Here we go. Pace cars off.
Green, green, green.
Bowes taking off like a rocket. Nathan Sedlick losing a little bit of ground to Joe Roberts as those two come around turn 1 side by side. Now Randall Drake sticking his nose in under Sedlick.
Perryman was able to clear Rattler right there, coming down the front stretch. He'll pull right up on the rear bumper of Drake as they go down the back.
He sure is.
Yeah, he wants to push him past the 35 of Sedlick there to get them both clear here, but I don't know that it's going to work out for him that way. He's got a great run on the high side.
He sure does, man. That Sedlick he's got a heck of a line up there. Now I've noticed he's good on the short run. But once he gets a few laps on them tires, where he starts getting a little bit loose coming off the turns. Sedlick. Looks like he may lose that position to Randall Drake, though.
Look at how well Rattler's able to hang with these guys.
I know it. It's amazing, ain't it? He did lose one position there to Galen Gidman, but still hanging in. Wow. That's pretty amazing.
Oh, there's the battery.
Contact right there.
Oh,
and caught
Drake.
the 14 of Greg Sleech right there on the bottom.
He just slid right down in front of him. Nothing that the 14 could do.
See where that's going to put Perryman on the re-lineup right here, because he had to check up pretty good, and I know the 04 of Galen Gidman got by him. Let's see.
Should line him up probably around where he was, about 5th place, because the 09 got by him too.
Yeah, Randall Drake come up the hill right into Sedlick. What I'm seeing here.
Looks like Perryman's relining up in front of the 04.
Yeah, he already sent out an apology for getting in there a little hot, just drifting up into him.
And Perryman managed to make it through all of that with no issues. Wow, that's awesome. Everybody coming down on pit road again? No, Sedlick did. Sedlick committed to pit road. Perryman stayed out. So, this is making a little bit of a change here.
Well, Sedlick had a gut in the wall up there and had some damage on that, so he's probably going to try to go in there and get that fixed.
Yeah. Randall Drake following him in.
He's had a bunch of damage on the right side since way early in the race, but he's doing a really good job of keeping that thing close to the front. Now he's got left side damage as well, so we'll see if that changes and makes that car a little bit tight. Right rear corner's mashed up. It might actually make it loose.
All right, Rattler coming down to his pit stall. Okay. He blinked out or something there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. I got the same thing, Rudy.
Yeah. Looked like he changed right side tires only, though.
Got Ross Kittle back on pit road. Zach Cahalis trying to get that damage on his right rear corner fixed.
It looks like there's really a lot of them sitting on pit road trying to get some damage fixed up. Wow.
Wow, the whole front end of Slake's car. The hood's gone. The nose is all to the side. Left front fender's mashed all in.
Tell y'all what, if you check out the 09 and David Rattler, they done put a hood back on that car.
Is that right?
Uh-oh.
I didn't even know.
That ain't good news for the rest of the field. So I think that's what was keeping him slow.
Of fixing this thing.
Yeah, they did. I think that was what was kind of, keeping him from moving towards the front, keeping him just hanging right there. They put a hood on that thing. He may be able to go forward now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is all mashed up in the front, though. I think I'd have told him to leave it off.
That's what I'd do. I'd go out here and run it, and if it ain't running right, we have another caution. By God, I'd go in there and tell them to take that thing back off.
Looks like a big parachute hanging up on the front right there.
Yep.
We'll see.
He's out there racing a snowplow.
We'll look back here on his car. Well, I'll tell you what, the front of that car don't look too awful bad, guys.
Not compared to what it was, what he hit.
I'm sure with that hood messing, like you said, that was probably dragging him. But you couldn't tell by watching him drive that thing. It was running.
Well, that's what I say. He's got a hood now. These boys might be in trouble a little bit.
I don't know if he's got anything for Bose up there, but Joe Roberts and Christopher Perryman, Galen Gidman, he may have something for these guys. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Ross Cato's our lucky dog this time as he goes on by and gets another lap back. That'll put him back to 1 lap down now?
I believe so. When he crosses the line, he should be 1 lap down, yeah. Yep.
10 cars still on the track. 8 of them still on lead. 7 of them still on the lead lap. Nathan Sedlick, who was in that last wreck, he'd be the last car left on the lead lap.
And it looks like he's...
looks like he's done parked it behind the fence.
Yep, him and Greg Slake, they've both taken their cars behind the fence. So we've got about 8 cars going to be running in these last few laps, guys. This time by is going to be 20 to go.
Well, Rattler will take points lead back. It may be by a slim margin, 2-3 points, but him staying out there, he finishing this race, he's accomplished what he needed to accomplish, I guess.
Well, Bose has led 67 laps, so I'm sure he's tied up for the most, or sewed it up for the most laps led. The other one that we had was at the beginning of the race there. Crabtree had led 26. So Bose definitely has led the most right now.
20 laps for the money.
Yeah.
So Saturday night dirt track A feature right here.
Well, it's been a pretty interesting race, so. All right, green, 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 here we go.
Gosh, Bose gets such good restarts.
He sure does. Joe Roberts right there in second. Trying to hang on. Perryman in third now. Going to try to hang on to third. He might be able to
coming up through there on the outside.
He might be able to get that second away from Roberts if he keeps powering like he is. The one to kind of watch right now is Galen Gidman. Rattler hanging on there in sixth spot. He did lose one place to Randall Drake. Still hanging on to the back of these guys.
And Drake came out of that with very little damage. Oh, Perryman got sideways.
Oh, and that's going to allow Galen Gidman to get by him. Boy, had a heck of a glitch there. Wow, that was weird. Like everything
Drake's going to challenge him now. I wonder if Perryman tried to make a change for this short run right here at the end, and it just isn't agreeing with him. He's going to lose a spot to David Rattler now. Yeah, he's lost 3 spots.
He's definitely going backwards. Back to 6th place now. And Randall Drake coming up by him. Look at this.
So for Gidman's going to get the pass completed on the 6th of Joe Roberts.
He does, and he moves into the 2nd place. Wow, I told you guys look out for Galen because he's going to be tough. Him and Roberts almost touched coming into the turn. And you know these guys are pushing this thing for all they got coming to the line here. 16 to go.
Gidman looks like he's got the loose worked out of that car finally.
I think
it took him long enough.
Yeah, for his sake, yeah.
It only took 100 laps, right? Christopher Perryman is just fighting that car. He's falling back to 6th place there. He was clear up to 3rd. And that thing's just loose everywhere. Oh, there goes Drake.
Drake. What happened to him?
He got loose off 4, lost the 4th position. He's all the way back 6 now as both Rattler and Perryman got by him. Rattler's up here challenging Joe Roberts again.
Holy smokes, man, he is coming on like gangbusters here at the end, ain't he?
15. For the last 50 laps, Joe Roberts hadn't had to think about David Rattler. Now all of a sudden he's looking in the mirror going, where did this guy come from?
Yeah.
That car was destroyed a little while ago.
Look at
whoa. That was a good save.
Look at Rattler powering it in there. Oh, and he taps. Oh, no.
I don't think he got him. I think that was netcode.
No, he got him. He got him. Dang. Let's go back and take a look at that because, boy, that was... Whew. We're going to watch that from the chopper view here.
I don't know.
On mine it looks like netcode too, but David told him he tried to keep it down. He didn't mean to touch him.
Yeah, they were like a couple feet apart.
Yeah, they looked a long ways apart to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. God, we see so much of this, you know, this netcode stuff. And there's nothing they can do about it. Absolutely nothing.
Bose is not excited to see this caution. I can tell you that right now.
Well, Joe didn't hit anything, so that's a good thing. And everybody coming down on pit road, everybody. This is going to be an exciting finish here, guys.
Oh yeah, everybody wants tires for this little short sprint we're gonna have at the end, probably about 9 laps. But there's a little gamesmanship going on here with the 21 and the 09. Oh, David Rattler, he said, "So we meet again," and Alan's response was a little less than enthusiastic, I must say.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to see how this is going to turn out because, our pole setter here not doing, he's got this thing back up in the hunt now. We're going to have to see how he's going to come off the pit road here. I think Bose is going to beat him off the pit road. He does barely.
Bose, Gidman, Perryman almost got him, but I think Rattler's going to get third spot back.
Yeah, the 09 of Rattler got him just by hair again.
That number 1 pit stall.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Perryman made a couple changes there because that last little short run, he was crazy loose. Like I hadn't seen him the whole race loose.
Well, Zachary Cahalis has the opportunity here to pick up 2 more positions if he can finish this race out. He'll pick up 2 more positions. He'll get by Greg Slake and Nathan Sedlick because they both have taken their cars behind the wall. So this could turn out to be an exciting finish.
And Ross Cato is going to end up getting back on the lead lap right here.
Wow. Isn't that something? He was 3 laps down at one time, and here he goes. Look at that. Wow.
I think he's gotten about 5 lucky dogs.
Oh, probably, yeah. Wow. He may be up there in contention just yet,
I'm only seeing 3, but I could swear it was more than that. Well, he's going to be back on the lead lap. It's going to put 7 cars back on the lead lap. And, we said a long time ago, if you're running at the end, you got a shot.
There you go.
Who knows what's going to happen up here at the front with less than 10 to go.
I know it.
And especially with Rattler and Bose up here as well.
Exactly.
I think there might be a little bit of excitement before this is over with.
Yep, we could see some touching going into the turns here. Bump and run,
Oh, I'll be 100% flabbergasted if Rattler figures out how to win this race with that tore-up car.
And Zachary Cahalis did just pass Nathan Sedlick and Greg Slake to move into the 8th position. So he's picked up a ton of spots just by staying out there. Even though he's 12 laps down, he's picked up a lot of spots just staying out and finishing this race. But stay tuned, guys, because this is going to be a good fight here, you Twitch viewers. This is going to be a heck of a battle for the end. We got 10 laps to go. We're going to have 9 to go when they get the green flag.
In fact, the lights are off in the pace car. We're going green this time.
And we know Bose gets a heck of a restart every time. We're going to have to see if Rattler's going to have anything for him to try to hang on there and get by Gidman. Gidman going to be starting on the outside in the 04. Christopher Perryman going to be starting outside of Rattler in the 4th position. So this is going to be a heck of a battle toward the end. Randall Drake in it. Joe Roberts still in there. And now Ross Cato back on the lead lap. Oh man. This is nuts, guys. This is nuts.
7 cars still on the lead lap. All of them right here together. Going to have 9 laps to go. Who's got something for Bose?
Well, I don't know if Rattler's got anything for him or not. I don't know, but we're going to see here in just a minute.
If he gets out on this restart like he has, he's got it.
And he takes right off like a rocket. Gidman right with him, and Perryman.
Rattler was asleep.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Rattler's going to fall all the way back to 5th.
Wow. That was one heck of a start. Now, yeah, Rattler clear back to 5th. Oh my word, Joe Roberts getting by him. I still think that little bit of damage he's got just might not be up to speed, guys.
Well, I think it hurts him on the straightaways, but I think he's okay in the corners.
Gives that front end some more downforce, so yeah, I think it'd be actually helping him in the corners.
Now Christopher Perryman working over the back bumper of Galen Gidman. If he can get a run on him like he did earlier and try to get up there, he may take over that second spot. Coming to the line, going to be 7 laps to go here, folks. I don't know about you guys, but
Gidman's real loose.
Gidman's loose, and there goes Perryman up to 2nd.
That's just what Perryman wanted right there. He put the
and
pressure
he
on
overdrove it going into 1.
Oh, and then he overdrives going into 1, and the caution is out. That was awful quick caution.
Wow. What was the caution?
I think Rattler got into the line.
Randall Drake getting into Rattler. Oh, man. We're going to watch this in slow-mo here.
Yeah, I wish that Drake just drove it off in there way too hard and washed up the crack into him.
Sure did.
You know, it's always in that dreaded turn 1 and 2. You know, boy, that's a tough turn.
Yep.
Now, this thing's going to come down with about a 2-lap shootout.
I was trying to calculate that real quick right there. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have about 2 laps.
So Randall Drake.
Rose gets... Sorry, Rudy, go ahead.
Randall Drake coming up the hill on catching David Rattler. Oh, man. Oh, God, that's dreadful there.
Yeah, he was just trying to get one more spot there, and he just a little too aggressive getting in there.
Well, I don't think we're going to see anybody come down pit road, but Rattler might. He probably, right at this point, he doesn't have anything to lose right now. If he comes down pit road, Ross Cato coming down pit road, they don't have anything to lose. Maybe get some fresh tires on that thing, and maybe they can pick up a position or two.
I bet his pit crew's exhausted.
Yeah, he better buy him like a half keg of beer after this is over and party.
Half
Better
a keg,
take him out. Better take him out for dinner and just let him have the bar.
There you go. All right, these guys coming down to their pit stalls and stopping. David Rattler coming into his. I'm not sure if he's got much more damage. He's probably just going to do, looks like right side tires going on.
Yeah, he's got a good bit on that right rear corner, and then that, of course, the right front corner's banged up again pretty good.
And Ross Cato's away. And so is Zachary Kahalis. So, but David Rattler's still sitting on pit road. Get back up here to our leader and make sure we're live.
Zach Kahalis going to get the lucky dog, move himself 10 laps down, so he's definitely going to finish in the 8th position solidly here.
Yep. Yeah, really Rattler right now is not going to gain anything by getting back out there. I don't see him picking up any more spots with the damage he's got, and he ain't going to lose any spots because Zachary's so many laps down.
Well, he could pick up spots if we have another wreck.
But he's going to go a lap down here. Or he got away, didn't he? He got away just in time.
Yep, he beat it out just barely.
Barely, wow. So he tried to get some of that damage fixed up. So maybe he can get up there and challenge these guys. Boy, 2-lap shootout. Ooh, this is going to be crazy, guys.
Man, we thought the last restart was the last restart.
Yeah, this is caution number 10, and we've only had 5 lead changes.
Well, we'll see if Perryman's more awake on these restarts than anybody else has been all night. Maybe he can hang with Bose right here.
Yeah, restarting second, you know, and he's got to feel good about that, being up there. Now he's ahead of Galen Gidman. Galen's going to be restarting on that inside, though, right behind Bose. So I don't know. We're going to have to see how this is going to work for him.
Yeah, I bet he's still wishing that from 52 to go we'd have gone green, because he probably had a chance.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought it was kind of cool that Bose was out there, thinking it was going to go green because they were on pretty good long green flag run there, and he was clutching it in the turns. I thought that was cool. Definitely out there. He was doing the old fuel mileage thing, figuring it out.
All right, they're going to double them up right here.
Well, Tommy, why don't you call it down for us here when they come around and get this thing underway and finish this race up?
I think I'm going to let Roger take care of that. He's been doing a pretty good job with it.
All right, then. I thought you were on a chance to do it, but good job. I want to thank you guys again for helping me. It's just been an absolute pleasure working here with you guys tonight. I just loved it. So
I've had a blast in here, Rudy. Like I say, we done the first one, then this one. Just had a blast doing it. Glad I could help out.
This is awesome. I hope we can do this again.
Well, I think the intensity is going to be at max right here for these last 2 laps.
Yeah. This is going to be amazing here. Galen Gidman right there. He's right on them restarts now. I noticed on that last one, he was right on that restart with a Bose. So you look.
I'd like to see a good challenge right here this last restart for Allen.
Yeah. You see Gidman. Boy, they're tightening. Look how they're tightening up this field. Whoa!
Yeah, they've been this tight all race. Pace car's off. Dig, dig, dig. Here we go. Green. All Perryman spun the tires.
And so did Gidman. They both smoked the tires.
I think the race is going to be for second.
Them two go side by side. They've been racing each other for a long time now. Lap after lap.
Trying to push him up the track.
And this is where Perryman's probably can prevail right here. 3 and 4, you can hold that gray right there. You get a really good run on the exit. I don't think Gidman can stay there.
Perryman got just a little bit squirrely, and it looked like him and Gidman might have almost touched. Final lap here, guys. White flags in the air.
Oh, Drake got in there and touched Gidman.
Oh.
Gidman hit the wall. Oh.
Gidman got on the brakes a little hard to try to make that left turn and get down under.
Zach Halis came in there and annihilated the 04.
Well, looks like we're going to have a winner here coming to the line, guys. Alan Bose bringing it down here, 125 laps. Alan Bose is our winner here at Homestead. Good job tonight. Oh, man, that was an awesome race. Alan Bose bringing it home, folks.
Christopher Perryman all the way up to second.
Yeah, that was a great finish. Joe Roberts coming in third. Wow.
Oh, steady Joe.
What a finish. Rattler finishing fourth. Holy smokes. There's definitely going to be a major shakeup in the points tonight, guys, because he finished quite a few positions ahead of Crabtree.
8 positions ahead. Ought to give him about a 3-point lead if my numbers are right. Maybe a 4-point lead.
All right, Alan Bose lights him up here. Spinning this car around and around and around, smoking them tires. We're going to go down here and see if we can't get a word in with them after everybody gets done congratulating them.
Straight.
Alan Bose, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Wow, Alan, you just dominated here tonight. Great job. Congratulations on your win here tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
We watched you. You beat everybody off pit road every time. You jumped them starts. You get out to a great lead. I'm sure you probably didn't really want to see that last couple cautions come out because you had about a 4.5 second lead over the field. And I was watching you, and you were clutching it, trying to save fuel. Was you kind of close on fuel at that time?
Oh, no, I was just running a little bit warm, so. Yeah, I I can't believe that. I probably wouldn't have won this race if Patrick and David wouldn't have wrecked out there earlier.
Yeah, they were having a great race up there, and it was just unfortunate. We watched that, and we reviewed it a couple times, and it looks like there was a lot of net code in that wreck. Gosh, they were like about 3 feet apart, and you know, it was just like they just went around, and it's like synchronized spinning. But anyhow, congratulations out there, Alan. You just really ran a great race. It was good to see you in victory lane. And you want to give a special shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to David and Patrick for letting me use this setup that's really good. It ran really well, and you know, I really wish they could have been up here racing with me because we got a little battle going on in the points, and I think I might have something for him in the points lead. So.
Well, we watched Rattler back there. He finished in the 4th position, but he came back from so much damage on that car and everything, and to bring it home 4th, man, that was amazing. But he wanted to get up there and race with you, I could tell. He was trying to do everything he could to get that car fixed up so he could come up and battle with you. And I'm sure you would have enjoyed that because you two race around each other and battle each week, and you know, it's just cool to see that. But anyhow, congratulations again, Alan, on your win tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Christopher Perryman, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Holy smokes, Christopher, you bring it home 2nd tonight. What a run. I think you were just kind of, you said earlier when I interviewed you, you were just going to kind of ride it out, but the car seemed to hook up pretty good for you. So tell us a little bit about your racing here tonight.
I tell you what, if there's an award for missing the most wrecks, I definitely get that one. I've seen quite a few spins right in front of me, and I've been able to avoid them and not get collected. I've scraped the wall a few times, but it's Homestead. Kind of like Darlington, you get up there and you rub on it a little bit. It was a pretty good race. That wind going down into 1. Sometimes the car was good. Sometimes it pushed up there and got you up the track, rubbing on that wall. Some of the guys got loose coming out of 4 with the wind, or coming out of 2 with the wind. So the wind had a big factor. I know there's a big wreck on the straightaway. I believe it was Patrick and I'm not sure who else. They were trying to let each other go when they just barely touched the wheel, and it spun them both around and caused that big melee going down into the turn. So it was quite an interesting race, to say the least.
Yeah, it looked really exciting from up here. I know we had a lot of cautions, 10 cautions, but you know, all in all, it was still some great racing up in the front. Even back in the field, we've seen a lot of side-by-side racing. Even the one time there, I think you were even almost in a battle 3 wide. So we did see that a couple times. So all in all, I think it was just a super race here tonight. Very exciting to watch, and we had a blast up here in the booth.
Yeah, that last restart, me and the 04 spun our tires. I think it would have been a real good 3-way battle coming down to the finish here, but me and the 04 spun our tires, and I take it the 04 got sideways there and wasn't able to finish on the lead lap. That really sucks for him, but it was a really good race.
All right, Christopher, well, congratulations again on your 2nd place here tonight. You want to give a special shout out to anybody?
I thank MaxSpeedTV for putting on the broadcast. They've always done a good job, and the IWCR for putting this league together. They're a great group of guys to run with. They're fun, and if you can stop laughing while you're on the track, we might be able to run a little bit.
All right, Christopher. Well, again, congratulations, buddy. Good job. Joe Roberts. This is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy? I hope he didn't leave.
He just did.
Aww.
Yep.
Well-
we lost our third place finisher.
All right, well, Joe Roberts finishing third there. It was a good run by him. I think, he might have skipped out on us one other time when I was doing a broadcast and he finished on the podium. He skipped out on me. So some people just don't want to be on the broadcast, and I can understand that. I can, it's cool. But
Hey, Rudy.
yes.
I see David Rattler still in there. I wouldn't mind hearing something from him about the accident and then getting the damage and stuff fixed and then coming back and finishing fourth.
David Rattler. This is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
David, tell us about your race tonight, because you ran an amazing race. We were up here in the booth talking about it. We just can't believe all you went through tonight, and you managed to bring that thing home fourth. Tell us how you did it.
Well, we put a setup together in the final practice, and it worked pretty well. Me, Patrick, and Alan were running it. Seemed to be pretty fast, but on that lap 36 wreck, I think me and Patrick, we were just trying to get out of each other's way, and we just lost traction, and around it went, and we almost took out the whole field.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of net code in that, and you guys almost did like a synchronized spin. But, heck, there was like 2 or 3 feet between you guys. And we reviewed that a couple different times, and, it was just a really funny, weird spin that you guys had there. And, you had a great run tonight, and you tried to get all that damage fixed up so you could get up there and run with Alan. And I know you enjoy running around each other, and I think he kind of missed that this week from the sounds of it. But anyhow, congratulations, David, coming home in the 4th spot. Good, super run tonight by you.
Thank you. I just want to apologize to Joe Roberts for our contact, and also Randall for our incident. Try to drive better than that next race.
Okay, David. Well, good job out there tonight. And you want to give a special shout out to anybody else?
I just want to thank the guys on DDM and on LDR. Thanks to Patrick and Alan for working with the setup.
All right, David. Good job out there tonight. Okay. Anything else you wanted to ask him or anybody?
Nah, I just wanted to hear his input as far as getting the damage fixed and never giving up, kept fighting all the way to the end with it.
Yeah, he sure did, man. I'm telling you, what a finish. Well, let's go over the results real quick here. Alan Bowes, of course, our winner. Christopher Perryman finishing about 0.8 of a second behind him. At least they finished under green, even though it was just a couple laps, but it's pretty cool. Joe Roberts third, David Rattler finishing 4th. Great run by him. Ross Cato, what a comeback by Ross, coming back from, we know, at least 3 laps down. Is that right, Roger?
I think he was 4 laps down at one time, took a wave round, and got 3 lucky dogs to get back on the lead lap and come home 5th. That is a testament to never give up right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Randall Drake getting there that last little bit. 7th going to Galen Gidman, but Randall getting tapped there on that finish and lost a couple positions on that, but he was right up in the hunt with them guys. So I got to give big thumbs up to him. Galen Gidman ran super tonight. He was always up front, challenging for the lead. Got a lot of good restarts, and that last one there, just that cost him right there. And he spun. And, you can't come back from that. Zachary Kaelis in 8th position. Nathan Sedlick 9th. Greg Slake, I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize, in the 10th position. Johnny Foley finishing 11th. Patrick Crabtree 12th. John Batista, the guy that I chose to win, finishing 13th. Thomas Brandner 14th. Michael Hungerford 15th. Bill Jett 16th, David Butterworth in 17th, and I think that was the end of the field. Yeah, that was the end of the field. 17 drivers took to the track tonight. So let's kind of look at one other thing here. I wanted to show they did have 10 cautions and only 5 lead changes. Alan Bowes led 88 laps. And let's see, David Rattler led 2. Galen Gidman led 8. And Patrick Crabtree led 26 laps. Thomas Brandner did lead 1. So I did kind of want to go over, all of the ones that had led a lap. So, but anyhow, guys, great finish here tonight. Tommy, what did you think of the race?
I thought the race was pretty good. I mean, the wind played a humongous factor in as far as the handling and everything, and I think it also played a factor with a couple of the incidents. But other than that, I mean, right there at the end, Perryman, the only way he was going to be able to have a chance to win that thing was to get a good restart, and he hit the throttle the same time as Bose did, but he spun the tires more than Allen did, and whenever that happened, that was it. So right then, of course, Allen was guaranteed to win it if he didn't wreck it, and the battle was for second, and it was actually a really good battle there. And Perryman ended up coming out with it. It's a tough break for Gidman. I know he was fighting that car being loose all night, and then the contact there at the end. I just want to give a big congratulations to, like I said, David Rattler in the 09 for, basically never giving up. He wins his championship tonight, or he wins his championship, he can look back on tonight's race, and that's where it was at. That's where the difference was in it.
Absolutely. Roger, what did you think of this race? Give me kind of a quick rundown here.
Interesting is the one word I'm going to use here. We saw just about everything that could possibly happen on a racetrack, except for somebody hitting a pace car. I saw stuff I've never seen before. Going down the straightaway and cars just spin out. I've never seen that before. The wind was crazy here tonight, and guys were already fighting a loose track, and someone probably had a loose setup, and the wind moving the car around. We saw a lot of netco contact, and we're going to call it contact because it is what it is. But a great race. Alan Bowes, once those other two guys had their problem, he was really the only car out there to beat. Everybody else was racing for second place. Christopher Perryman, he just kept fighting it through, and he got there. And David Rattler, Tommy said it. What more can you say? The guy never quit, and he ends up coming home fourth. Amazing race. Another great race by these guys. I'm looking forward to next week and getting down here towards the end to see if this one race right here really does make the difference in that points battle at the very end of the season.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for us for tonight, guys. And I wanted to thank you guys again for joining me in the booth. Make sure you check out our full schedule there at MaxSpeedTV.com. I wanted to mention that the graphics tonight in the race were provided by Maximum Speed Racing. I got to thank a good friend of mine for making them, so he doesn't want me to say his name, which I can understand that, but great racing tonight by everybody out here, and we will see you next week here at the IWCR League. Sorry about that. Kind of lost my train of thought. But all you Twitch viewers, I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It's been great to have you guys in there. A lot of good friends we're making. And Caretaker, Tron, wanted to thank you guys. See you guys are chatting it up and having a heck of a good time. So, all right, so that'll do it for tonight. And we will see you Sunday night for the Coral race. Thanks for tuning in, guys.